Hi. How you doing? Well, how you doing? Not to bite Wendy. I just realized I always say how y'all doing. When it could be, it's probably one person listening to your video at one time. Do you see what I'm saying? At each sitting, is one person. I would assume, let's say, I can imagine the whole group listening to the video. Well, you never know. Leo, please. Papa, is there a batch of food? Did you make up a batch of food?
It's in the refrigerator.
Oh gosh, hold on, y'all. This will be more of my journey with but good rising. How y'all doing? It's 9th of January 2018, 7:58 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and everything Gregorian. Oh, hold on. Our kitty eats at 8 a.m. and he knows that, you know, the body, they said it's a clock. That's Saturn. Hold on, y'all. I don't know why I would wait right now, knowing he gonna start whining. Leo, you can let me do one video. You want the food now? You want your food? Jeez. Oh, but I want the view, not the viewers. What the? My thing is audio. Do you still call them viewers? Ears. I should call y'all ears. My ears. Yeah, that should be cute. What did I call y'all before? Melanites? I like ears because the channel's virtually audio. Although I want one scene channel to do a bag review. I have to figure out how I'm going to do it because I want y'all to see the pocketbook, but I don't want you to see me. I got to feel it. Well, thank you, Papa. Thanks, Papa. God, I'm going to get his food. Oh, Papa, mercy. Anywho. I know, Papa. Forgive me. I was going to get the food. My ears wouldn't mind, I guess. Anyway, y'all, this is going to be a video on the journey with lupus and the Social Security disability denials. Did y'all hear the other lupus video I have on here? I think I did a loopy video. I call it loopy. Loopy Louie. I just, child, y'all, I'm healed. Anywho, I got a letter not too long ago. Okay, let me start from the beginning in case y'all didn't hear the lupus videos. I've had anemia has attached itself to me for a long time. Millions and millions upon millions of people have anemia. I may even had it since I don't know what, teenagehood. I know for the longest, my doctor back in the days used to say, you know, eat more leafy green vegetables and red meat. Back then when I ate red meat, that doctor was saying, you know, have it medium rare. I'm like, I don't know if you know, but black people don't eat no medium rare to rare meat that I know of. No. We cook it in our house, okay? So my mom was, Leo, please. Oh, can y'all believe this? Leo, he's getting the food. I picked the wrong time to do a video, y'all. But I have to come into Papa's space to do it. So I prefer to do the videos when he's not home or he's sleeping, you know. But this is Leo's time, and he knows it. Yeah. Oh my God, Leo, I'm trying to do a video. He don't care about no daggone SSI denial and daggone lupus. Anyway, Leo, please. And they told me to get a cat to cheer me up. Hell, when am I gonna be cheered up? Lord have mercy. Never mind, Leo, I didn't mean it. Did I hurt your feelings? I don't want to hurt your feelings. But you're supposed to come in my life to cheer me up. You're supposed to help me not think about lupus. Ooh. Anyway, y'all. Oh, good heavens. Anyway, so Leo, he has to heat the water up because the food is cold. Do you want cold food? You know other cats get dry kibbles and bits. Or is that for dogs? I don't know. Whatever it is, there's millions of cats on the planet that get dry food, okay? We make your food. We make it raw meat. You put the taurine in it, the dose. What is it? The crushed up the B12. We give you good food. And we put fish juice in it from the sardines. We take our time and make your food good. And then the calcium bone meal. You know the cats don't eat like that, okay? Some cats eat, but not all cats. So you have to give them time to Make sure it's not icy cold. Do you want icy cold food? No, you don't want that. Daggone nerve. Let me close my door. You won't be in my bedroom carrying on, cutting up. Leo, please. Then you gobble it down real fast like a doggone termite. And don't come over here and harass me after you finish eating either. I'm still trying to do a video. You what you say? But I thought you was still making the food. I didn't want him disturbing you while you was making the food. I don't mind. I'm trying to give you the courtesy to make the food in peace. But you don't have to be grumpy with me. It's not fair. I'm sitting here about to tell my lupus story. I don't need the system being mean to me and you too.
The cat's not a fair either.
The cat is not what? The cat is an animal. What do you mean he's not fair? He doesn't know anything about courtesy. He's an animal. He knows it. His body knows to eat at 8 a.m. That's what he knows.
Disturbing me. That's what it is.
Oh, Papa, please.
I'm the one to deal with it.
Don't say that.
When you do it, let him out. Let him this, let him that.
Because the body is a clog.
You know? Let him out. He got a pee.
The videos, the cat videos
say. I got to
say.
stay up 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning just listen to him and watch it. I don't get no sleep.
Papa, please.
Put you back in. Let him out. He got a pee.
Papa, because I don't want him, because I look at cat videos all day.
You can't do nothing for him.
Some cats get UTI. I don't want him to have a UTI. I do my share. I do my share.
Yeah, right.
Don't say that. I have to deal with lupus, and then you being mean to me. And every lupus support group I go to, they say to minimize your stress. And to preserve your life, you have to minimize your stress.
Yeah.
And we got him so he can bring me some semblance of joy.
Well, so far he ain't giving you no joy.
Papa, don't say that. That's not nice. He do give me some. He's so mean. Oh, he is joyful. He's cute as a button. I like looking at him. He's pretty. I don't talk to you anymore. This is embarrassing. That Kevin ain't got many followers right now, many subbies. And the subbies I do got are beautiful women, and they nice to me.
Spend time taking care of them, then.
What?
Spend time taking care of them.
I do my share.
Yeah, right.
I'm the one that brush him. You don't brush him.
You brush him?
Yes.
Doing what? How you brush him?
With the brush you bought in the kitchen. In the bathroom.
When you brush him?
When he was in there with me one time, I did too brush him, and he loved it. He likes me when I pee. Yeah, he purr. And I rub him. He likes that. Whatever, Papa. You the one started the hostilities. I'm on defense. I don't want to argue about feeding the cat. Does that sound logical? Oh, my daggone nerve. I lost my train of thought. Papa, please. Pardon me, y'all. Couples, you know what I'm saying? You understand if you were a couple to Papa, please. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, y'all, got a letter yesterday. This is very perplexing. Very perplexing. Oh, y'all want the beginning of the story? I'm assuming y'all heard the lupus video, and I got to go through this over again. Oh, yeah, anemia. So, it was anemia for a long time. I know that I've been, and I stopped eating the red meat, something I don't want to do. But back then, I knew to get the liver, and, my mom would make it with onions and green peppers. Real good. Make it taste like pepper steak on there. But we would cook our meat. I don't know what that doctor talking about, medium rare. What the hell was she talking about? But then I just stuck with liver and kelp. I started adding kelp to it. I just knew what to do for the anemia. So over time, as time passed on by, I started feeling that real bad. I'm like, well, I'm gonna get back up with my liver and my kelp. You see what I'm saying? And then I'm like, no, I still feel bad. It wasn't, my point is, this is something worse than anemia. Something else the hell is going on. And I started, asking around and going to doctors and this, that, and the other one. Long story short, the L word came up. Lupus, okay? And of course I was devastated. And you know, when you first hear, and first they kept saying in the beginning false positive. I'm like, what the hell is that? He says positive. The lupus is there now. What the fuck is a false positive? So of course they want to run more tests and take so much blood like goddamn vampires. And this is back when I started listening and looking at Dr. Jewel Pookrum videos, and she's a doctor, you know, school and all. And she was like, we could find out what we want to find out from a half a teaspoon of blood. That's in one of her videos. I don't know if it's still up. So, of course, these doctors, the labs, are protesting. They seem to lab the phlebotomist part of the... this is in New York when I had health insurance and things of that nature. And protesting like, I don't think you need all them. What do you need all them valves for? As soon as you see the valves, after the Jewel Pookrum videos, I'm like, you don't need all them valves? So, I was labeled as the difficult patient. Now, I'm certain you can get a half a teaspoon to know what the hell is going on. Then what do you need more for? And then I was getting the iron, the liquid iron, intravenously. I was getting treatments with that. And it looked like I was paying for that in blood. I was up there saying, does the health insurance pay for this? Or am I paying for this in blood? Because it looked like they was taking blood each and every time you come get the iron. I'm like, why don't y'all take some blood at the beginning of the... Because you get 10 treatments. Depends on what the doctor gave you for the iron. You take the... Would it be logical as bookends? You take the blood at the beginning of the treatment, and then at the end of the treatment to see how it's improved. What, I got to give blood 10 times each time? I go, what the hell is going on? This is some vampiric shit. And I understand you the phlebotomist and you just doing your job per the orders, but this is some bullshit. It's some vampire shit. They was laughing up there. I was the toast of time. Entertainment was depends on what kind of bully nature. If the nurse or the phlebotomist was on some bully bullshit, then no, they didn't find me humorous in the least. But other staff thought it was a kiki. Do you see what I'm saying? But I wasn't trying to be a kiki. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Again, you sit home with Jewel, with Dr. Shout out to Dr. Jewel Pookrum. You sit at home looking at her videos enough, you be protesting when you go to clinics, then you don't even want to go. But the anemia and the lupus is such that, never mind. I hope I put all this in the other video. I don't want to go through it all again at length. Leo, you still looking for food? What? Leo. You better leave him alone. He ain't in the mood, okay? If I were you, I wouldn't even go nowhere in there. Anywho, y'all. So that was 2013. Got the final diagnosis. And it's just like, where do you go from here? I'm a avid researcher anyway. Always, and even before the internet is as we know it, I was always at some sort of lecture, libraries, books, and serial student and things of that nature. So when I was in a college, I would go to the library there. Just always. You asking for it? Leave him alone, Leo. What is wrong with you? You don't want to bother him right now. Because he's still a kid and he want to play. But he not in the playing mood. What's wrong with you? Yeah, so I'm a perpetual studier. You know, back then they called them truth seekers. Just trying to figure out, you know, what's going on and why it's going on and what's the end goal. And so I had, and my point is, I had a brand new thing to study. This thing here called lupus. Of course, I wanted to look up the patent number and, you know, just to study it and figure out how does this come about. They call it a cruel mystery. If you have lupus, you go to support groups. You know, they call it the cruel mystery. And that, indeed, it is. It really is. And I had a friend. I was about to say former friend. No, but I think we're cool. Hey, girl. Let's go. I don't say her name on here. I don't think that's appropriate. But a friend and former coworker, she has it. And I used to visit her in the hospital, and she would explain to me what it is. And she's always been in good spirits and good chi. Beautiful, beautiful smile. Pisces sister. Beautiful, beautiful spirit. So I contacted her, and you know, and we talked about it a little bit via Facebook, and just to be able to ask her, you know, how do she just keep her spirits up? I asked her that back then when I didn't have it, but now I really wanted to know, you know, how do you keep smiling and going, and what are you doing? Because I believe she's still working. I think did she have a second baby? Yeah, on Facebook and see if she had a second baby. She probably, I don't know. Well, hey, girl. But in the event, that was that was that. A little quick synopsis in case you didn't hear the first video. I don't remember all I say in each video. And sometimes I just chill out with my channel just to hear all the hell I done said. Like, well, should I delete this motherfucking video? But in any event, I hadn't chilled out with the whole entire, and y'all share this. I like my videos, and that's ego. I need to get out of that bullshit. This is my outlet. I should just, it'd be that, my outlet. I want the video count to be somewhat par with the subby count. So y'all share. And that's the only reason I want y'all to share. I'm hoping to stumble into the right lawyer's hands. Anyway, back to this letter I got yesterday. Y'all, so once I was really ailing, and again, back in New York, I had health insurance that I thought was nationwide that I could bring with me. It turns out it's not. They was like, oh, no. I'm like, isn't Medicaid nationwide? They was like, and when I was working, I had much better insurance, of course, in New York. But they was like, no, you got to reapply for it down there. I'm like, Medicaid? I thought that was nationwide. Just no, you got to apply down there. Then you have people who scare you. Well, you know, this is, because where I'm at now is a red state. You know, this is a red state. New York is a blue state. You should keep your New York health insurance. This is blue, the blue state. Now, have you heard the blue and red states all your life with the politics and stuff? But I'm like, well, what they got to do? Part of my naivete, and I stopped looking at the news a lot when I saw The Secret. Y'all saw The Secret DVD back in the days? What's the guy who's... and I was always his spiritual buddies looking at something when I was up in New York with some spiritual buddy. I can't think of her name. Never mind. But while watching The Secret, one of them was like, oh, heavens, God, they're going to come after that man. I can't think of his name now. But he's the one who's saying you shouldn't look at the news all the time. You shouldn't be inundated with it. But he's very Caucasian looking to me. I'm like, why would they come after him? He's Caucasian. He was like, did you hear that advice he gave? Give it a minute. They're going to find something. I'm like, would they come after their own kind? Honey, they did. He had some kind of sweat rock going down in Arizona. Isn't that sweat rock? What is it called? When you go inside the thing to sweat and stuff. I can't think of this man's name, but it's in The Secret. Long story short, once he said that, then I remember one of my former astrology teachers saying that. My mama, shout out to Mama. She would say, don't look at too much news, y'all. Don't read too much. Don't. She didn't use the term inundated. She just was like, I don't look at it at all if I could help it. But just please cut back from watching the news. It's just not good for your psyche and your soul. And this was an astrology class. She said this, and I was like, that's a good idea. Because I had not stopped entirely, but I slowed down years and years ago. I was looking at an episode of One Day at a Time. It's the show called One Day at a Time. Was it Mackenzie, the actor? It's a mom and two daughters. Valerie Bertinelli was his younger sister. I think it's One Day at a Time. Y'all, I'm pushing 50. But in any event, in that one of the episodes, if you know what I'm talking about, if you're my age and you just come, good TV was in the 80s and 70s. It's good as far as I can remember. Anyway, long story short, she said it was an episode where she said to her daughter how the newspaper, this show was filmed, I guess, in California, but the story was based in KRP in Cincinnati. No, not KRP. It's not a show. Was it Indiana? The show was not even based in New York, but I know the newspaper she was talking about in that town was the same as the newspaper in New York. And I was young, maybe, I don't know, 13 or teen. I was probably watching a rerun of the show episode. She said to her daughters, the newspaper's negative article after negative, I'm paraphrasing, after negative article, then you get a good, feel-good little piece. It'd be way in the back, and it'd be a small little section of the paper. I said, God damn it, that's true for New York papers too. The newspapers were big back then, if you young watching this. They still have newspapers, don't they? I'm not in New York. I'm going to have to ask my mom and them. I'm sure they still got the Daily News and the Post. The point of the matter is, back then, that shit was true for where I was at in New York. I said, good goddamn, I'm not reading the paper no more. And back in the day, I went to high school in Manhattan. You take the train in. What did I just draw? What was that? Sorry, y'all. I've been just cussing and carrying on. Anyway, because I'm in his space. You drop something, he'll have a fit. You drop it, you couldn't put it back, and you hear that bullshit. It's not bullshit. No disrespect, Daddy. Oh, hold on. He just fell and he put his stuff back. Hold on. I'm gonna put it back. I don't know if he still want this. Anyway. ain't this a picture? Hold on, y'all. Yeah, so, yeah, in New York, you get a free paper on the train. Going into school or where I was working, somebody who finished with the paper, they just leave it in the train seat. I'm like, oh, a newspaper. You get a free paper, you read it while you're riding, and then you leave it in a seat for someone else. It's very easy to read a newspaper back then. I mean, just such with the internet. I don't even know if newspapers are still popular, are they? Anyway, I digress, which I do a lot. Okay. I had another channel, I Digress TV, and I can't remember the passy code. I do it so much, I named one of my channels that, and can't remember the passy code or the email, not deactivate. What do you call it? Yeah, deactivate, delete it. You're gonna go over there, yeah. You're gonna go over there. I don't even know what I did. I think I just probably did a little playlist, you know. Pretty cute. Okay, now where's my point? What was the point? The point is that for the longest, we've been hearing, don't take in too much negativity. It's just not good for your overall health and psyche, and you know what I mean. Just try to plug into more uplifting outlets. You know. Now where am I going with this? I have no idea. I feel like that Sean Bradley shit is coming to mind. Where we going and why? Which is the fucking bomb. He should have made T-shirts with that shit. Is that not a cute little T-shirt to wear on a first date? Well, I'm very much, you know, with someone. But if you were single, he never did the shirts. And you don't want to do it because it look like you're biting. Unless you don't do it for profit. You know, you just do it for yourself. That Sean, yeah, tweet this him. Tell him to fast forward to 21. Sean, that is a great T-shirt. What the hell are you waiting for? Where we going and why? I don't know if he say it that much anymore. Anywho, so yeah, the pain has been pretty much the pain. But yeah, back in my New York days, it was manageable because I had health insurance and stuff like that. And then you have spiritual buddies and all kinds of buddies that make up concoctions and teach you all kinds of blends. They still could do it, but they'd be like, girl, who is shipping that down there? I can pay for the postage, shit. But then you go to the health food store, get your stuff, and make your own herbal blends in the kitchen. Because the more we're studying what to do and what to do and what to do to alleviate some of the pain. Anyway, so coming up to the point. Y'all already know how these videos are if you listen to it. Just be patient or click off. What can I tell you? It flows out how it flows out. I can't be subject to the whims of the impatient egos of the world. Didn't I just tell you the lupus support groups tell me to tell us all to live a leisurely life? Did I just tell you that? To offset stress. So I can't allow you to rush me with a story. No, I can't. It won't come out right. I forgot yet. Which I do anyways. Yeah, bitch. Oh, God. Prodigy said, pain makes you spiritual. Listen to your spirit, Prodigy, the late great rapper. And he ain't never lied. He said, trained by the pain. One of his songs, I think. But one of the interviews said, pain makes you spiritual. It does. It really does. What I say? Yeah, so back then, he was like, well, apply for SSI. I've been working. Now when I say working, I'm going to think of Kaya and Maddie. Y'all can see I'm a YouTube addict, all right? I've been working since, oh, heavens, let me see. We used to go to Florida in the summers. That's where my grandma's from. We used to go down there and stay with my great aunt. Blessings be upon their spirit, Ashe. And so, I don't know, since 8 years old, we go down in the summers. Me, my mom, and my younger brother. Just the three of us on the Greyhound, the Florida. You know how you do? I don't even feel that with kids, the energy of children. Let me ride to just Atlantic City. Back when I was in New York, I'm like, oh gosh, are we there yet? The stiffness of the, and I know kids are known for saying that, probably from restlessness, not from those stiff, achy bones. I tell you that. But we would ride on that bus down to Florida from New York, and it felt like nothing. I'll tell you, I'm going to do that shit now. Yeah, there's some time. But I used to work, I started working then. The kids in the store, we walk to the grocery stores in bags. So I've been working since I was 8 years old. And I remember that making my mom very proud. Because she was a hard worker. She's retired now, hard worker. She used to work hard for a church, trustee and stuff. So knowing numerology, I know why her work ethic is like that now. And her natal chart and whatnot. Leo, what are we doing, Leo? Oh, jeez. At least he's quiet, but that sneaky energy, I don't like that shit. Movement similar to a serpent. What are you doing? Anyway, so I know y'all like, leave him alone, girl. He quiet. But see, I hear noises. What are they doing? Are you eating something? Don't foraging for food? They hunters, by nature. Anyway, I don't even have my spritz bottle if you come over here effing around. Where's my spritz bottle? I ain't got the spritz bottle. Maybe he won't even fuck around with it now. I'm fine and shit. Anyway, yeah, so I've been working, but I know you're like, girl, just to give you my work ethic. Yeah, mom used to have me volunteer when I got older. Yeah, no, I've been volunteering before high school. I volunteered at NAACP in Queens, right there in Linden. You know, they didn't give us a cute little pizza party or nothing. No shade. Because usually when the kids volunteer, then they had summer youth employment in New York. I did that. But when you're a student, you had the exempt thing. I'm trying to give y'all how long they've been deducting, how long I've been contributing to the societal pot via your pay stub. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to give you the lineup for my working. But mom was, yeah, I read the memoir you read. Big on volunteering, because she was like, you have to have something to put on your resume. Because when you apply for work, they're going to want your experience. And if you haven't worked, there's no experience. So volunteer. She was big on that. I volunteered when it was time for high school in the city. What's that hospital over there by I went to high school on the west side. What? Not St. Luke's. That's more east. That's east side, right? Is it St. Roosevelt? The point of the matter, she made me volunteer to have something from the resume and have the history, the work history. So then I was like, oh, jeez. So I was like, no, I need an after school job with some real, cash. So I got my first after school job was at Plymouth Shops. Remember Plymouth? If you're from New York in the 80s? Right across from Madison Square Garden on 33rd Street. I worked there after school. And the interviews were pretty stern. And she was stern, the manager there. She's a sister too. And I was so impressed. Like, wow, a sister, it's a fine work apparel clothing they used to sell for ladies. And I was just felt good about that interview because I don't know, she was less stern than, because naturally as a teenager you just go to fast food restaurants and it's just natural. And there was a bunch of them right there. There's 7th Avenue, 34th and 33rd. I think it was a Wendy's there, and he was so was it a Wendy's? One of them. He was so militaristic in nature, and I'm looking at him like, are we still talking fast food? He said, young lady, you have a nice day. I couldn't believe he was behaving like that over that after school fast food job. But what the hell's wrong with him? But none will apply in the daytime, and those fast food managers be like, oh, shouldn't you be in school? Y'all read the memoir, funny as hell. Well, to me, it was funny to you. But it was funny then and funny as I was recalling and typing it. But, Leo, let me leave him alone because he ain't fucking with me. Y'all hear how he carrying on? Anyway, like he's being his nature, a daggone cat. So, you've been working for a long time is the point. A long time. And I worked for I got the job at Transit when I was 17. I was working at the video store. The video store was quite the adventure. Don't think I think Blockbuster may have bit their style. The Blockbuster, no shade. Is Blockbuster still in business? I don't know. But once it was a very, very exquisite video store on 3rd Avenue and 42nd Street. This is the 80s, y'all. Very nice. It's a bank now. The whole side of the glass thing was glass. Very, very nice video store. And that was no after school. I just worked there. Y'all figure out how I dropped out of high school and just started working. But then I went back to the high school. Yep, it's in the memoir. But anywho, you could see outside, and me just being whimsical and daydreaming my nature. And I'm staring outside, and there was the same sister. She looked to be my age. I'm 17 now, and she was there one day, and she had a clipboard and a little stop clocky thing, and she was there, but she didn't look like, because the dispatchers for the buses were usually older men, and she didn't look like she was a dispatcher per se. She had like her regular clothes on. The older dispatcher guys wore like jackets, like transit jackets. I'm like, oh, she's a dispatcher. So on my break, I said, I'm gonna go out and talk to her. And she was there like 2 or 3 days in a row. Maybe the second or third day I went out, and I was like, hi, what are you doing? She was like, oh, I'm a traffic checker. I'm like, what is that? Is it for transit? She is transit. And she was telling me about it. And we got to talk. I thought she was my age. This is how good she looked. She told me she was like 32. I said, 32? Girl, no. She said, no, I'm 32. She looked so good. Because I'm like, oh, wow, do they hire teenagers? The point of the matter is that was my first job for transit authority. And it wasn't as, I think it's more, they still have it. I think it's more formal. She said, oh, go to 25 Chapel Street in Brooklyn, take the test. And I'm thinking it's a test. No, a test. You sit there right in their face and take it. And then I don't even know if I prepared well. Because she was like, do you know how to get it? Because it was very conversational right there. She's like, you know how to get around the city? I'm like, yeah, I'm born and raised here. I know how to get around the city. She was like, just make sure you know how to get around the city, like having to write it down. I'm like, girl, I know how to get around the city. Born and raised here. I knew what she meant when I took that test. Like, you know how to get somewhere, but you may not know how to write it down, especially if it's from your own neighborhood. No. They were like, if you wanted to go to such and such from such and such, how would you do it? I'm like, they want me to write that down? But I did it, and I passed the test, and I got the job. And that's when you can see the pay stub and, deductibles and things of that nature. Again, the point. I've been contributing to the societal pot via deductions and taxes for a long time. So, and I'm one of the ones that, like, I think it's a good thing, because most people, your coworkers, be like, look at all the shit they take out. You guys see this shit? FICA and these hoes. That's what they say on the job, But I'm like, it's a good thing, because you get your old age. You have it for Social Security. If you should get sick, it'll be there. I was really Vera with the bullshit. I'm just but not you, John and Jane Q mean, but people who have that compassionate heart would tell me, you have sister, you're a sweetie pie, sweet compassionate heart. Because I thought it was a good idea, deductibles, because it was deductions, yeah. Because when you get older, hell, you need the shit. But the elders on the job was like, you really don't know the system, do you, baby girl? I thought it was a good idea back then, because you just, like I said, hell, you need it when you get up in age. Like now, me, okay? So, fast forward. And I've worked for the government. I've worked for the state. My heavens. My last job was a city job. I've worked a lot. Work. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a leisurely spirit. Well, I'm thinking back to all the jobs I done had. For leisurely spirit, that's a lot. Ask my supervisors. Oh, y'all read the memoir with my tour duty with jobs in the city of New York and everything. Just a cat. And he's just being a cat. But it's distracting. I know you like, this whole damn video is distracting. And I tell you, if you're not whimsical yourself or eccentric or fun-loving, then I tell you to go in the kitchen and make a salad. Or get some apples and dip it in peanut butter. Go have fun while you listen to this, okay? You can't be an ardent, brittle, in astrology. What they call that? That's personality. Oh, jeez. Oh, my goodness. He said what my spirit is. Not spirit, but your natal chart. He's good. Sam, what do you call it? I'm Flaggy. Flaggy? Oh, it's cute. It's a cute little name. I was going to use that name as the title of my memoir. I thought it was so cute. But I can't remember the shit. I took notes, though. I got to find my notes, my astral notes. But there's a spirit that that's just dry and wry. They're not mean. It's their natal chart. Y'all get into astrology. If they have like air and earth signs, it's like a desert. It's dry. When I tell you we're connected to nature, nature's connected to us, you go on and look at your elements in your natal chart. That's you. That's a blend. I'm more watery in air, like steamy, like don't think siren, like in the Art of Seduction. What Robert said, because I say steam, you'll think siren if you read that book. Trust me, I do not give you no siren teas. Not shaped like the former Monique shape. No. Shout out to Monique. No disrespect, girl. I work out with you sometime. Sometimes I just look at y'all work out, try to remember the moves for later when I feel like working out. When pain will be in abeyance for a minute, let me work out. I can't think of what he called it. It's on the tip of my tongue. But in any event, if you of that dry personality, this channel ain't for you. No. You got to be sweet and juicy and bubbly or at least enjoy that vibration. Let me just ask you, do Andrew Caldwell irritate you, or does he entertain you in pure delight? If you get mad looking at Andrew Caldwell, and I'm not saying I'm him, I'm just saying, do you get angry looking at him, like really pensive? Then don't click on the Wand of Wisdom channel. Don't do it. Okay, now back to my point at hand. Shout out to AC. AC, you so did y'all tweet AC the video? See the video here called AC? I tweet that to him. I may look at him again. He cheers me up. He does. I remember telling Papa, okay, if this loop is going to take me out, there's some people I want to meet before I go. and my Papa Bear is a complete opposite in personality to me. Complete opposite. He ain't finna call these people. But Auntie Fee blessings be upon her spirit. She was one of them. Andrew Caldwell was one of them. Papa's like, I'm not reaching out to other people. No, I'm definitely not reaching out to him. I'm like, I want to meet these people because if you bring me great joy while I'm home, and Auntie Fee, I can't even look at her videos now because I just feel so sad. But when she wasn't here, down here on the physical, I would look at her videos and feel much better. No, I wouldn't cook that stuff. Oh God, with lupus? Oh God, no. Jesus, no. But I would look at her videos just to feel better. And Andrew Caldwell, I feel better. I know people clown him and say he's mocking God and all other stuff, but I wonder if he realized he does bring joy to people. Some people, I'm one of them, and not because of he's just. Never mind. Thank you, Andy, for the joy. Thank you, Auntie Fee, for the joy. And I gave Papa a list of people to contact on my final days. He was like, no. I think he agreed with Ford's Rocks because she's mature. Yeah, I know Roxy's mature, and she's local because he can't fathom somebody flying. Somebody's gonna fly in. They ain't gonna fly in. He said, she's in Georgia. She's in Georgia. I said, yeah, she's in Georgia. But his pride, he's not gonna do it. So if you listen to this, but how would you know I'm on my deathbed? I don't know. I was like, tweet this to Rox in case you know. But I met Rox though. I did. I went to the first blackout and took a picture with her. I surely did. But yeah. But out of all the people, that was the only one he may consider emailing because she doesn't have to fly in. She can drive over here. Oh, I'm feeling sad, y'all. Oh God. I just said my deathbed. Oh God, I'm about to cry. No, this is not for Roxy. This is just me fathoming my last days. Oh my, lupus is a bitch, y'all. Okay, let me. This is supposed to be an SSI doggone video. Hold on, y'all. Oh Jesus, I'm 31 minutes in, and you talk about not damn SSI. Hold on, y'all. Oh Jesus. Oh, I'm not afraid to make the transition. It just overwhelmed me, the thought of it all. Oh heavens! I don't even want to say. I have to find the strength to clean up to see Roxy in here. Probably have to come out to the living room. I don't know, in my bed, no. No shade, Roxy girl. I would have to clean up. Let me get out to the living room. But yeah, some people who bring you joy looking at their videos, and I don't even know if they realize that. I wonder if people realize they actually bring joy into the world through their videos. It could be cooking. I like soulful tea. I can't eat all soulful tea cooks, but I like looking at her because I like her personality. She brings joy just to watch her. Just humans, nature, just beautiful humans. Okay, I'm not gonna be emotional, y'all. Hold on. Ooh, I'm not gonna be emotional. I like Gabe and Babe TV. Love is beautiful. They're just looking at love could cheer you up. Okay, hold on, y'all. Ooh. Oh, I'm not emotional. I'm fine. Oh. I love Cemented. She's yes, I did shit. Okay. She has haters. I have haters too. I love Cemented. She cheers me up. She's funny as hell. I love Bondi Blue. No, I don't agree with all they say all the damn time. Hell no. But Bondi Blue, funny as hell. People who just bring joy. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Still Standing, that's my baby. He complimented me on astrology too. He said, when you mention astrology, y'all know the channel I used to comment with. I'm like, oh shit, oh God, hey baby, okay. He don't know I'm teaching and nothing like that. He just said that shit. I was like, oh shit, that's my baby. And of course, Sean and James. Just funny people bring you the funnies. They can bring you the funnies without even trying. You know how natural and gift that is? I digress. Back to the SSI and the letter I got, y'all. Yes, I still look at it. I love Lady Nika, too. I ain't involved in that bullshit. That one. If you like the people, you like them. What the hell could you do? Now, I have 95 credits in legal studies. I will try to deduce and dissect the situation. I studied law. I studied law with the Moors and the conventional school. Hell yeah, I'm going to sit and dissect and decode. I'm like, well, let me see what's going on here. And then Libra and Capricorn rules law. Y'all see them scales on them courthouses? So where that's at in my chart makes me really, really further. And I've been looking at Matlock. No wonder I look at Matlock in Colombo all my life growing up. Reruns, marathons, it don't matter. Some things you can look at over and over again. For me, those two shows, yes. I got the DVD box kit. Yeah, it's real in the feel. I love those. So I will deduct and deduce and figure out what the hell's going on. Just need forensic files, all that shit. Look at that shit. Yeah, I do. I surely do. And now the new thing I'm addicted to, Kai and Maddie. How y'all like the new setup from last night? That's not even the point of this channel. Okay, back to the point of the channel, the letter I got yesterday. Now, I applied in New York because people say, you better apply. You better apply. You don't work this long. You don't went in the system. You got they're going to lupus. You're in pain. Go on, apply. What you waiting for? And I'm like, but I hate to deny you. That stopped me from applying. And that bitch, I'm like, but don't they deny you? What's the point? And here go people, you know, the street code, the people in the hood, the internet comments. No, they just deny you the first time. Appeal, you'll get it the second time. This is what people tell you in the world. I guess because that's what the hell happened for them. People speak from their own experience. So I'm like, okay, I guess I apply. So you apply. I went on down to Bender, Manhattan. And you got to bring the proof to them for them to take the case. So I brought all my medical proof and things of that nature. And they took the case. They explained to me what would happen, how things would go, and how to keep up when they mail you stuff. You know, sign it, notarize it, mail it back. How to stay on top of that. They're giving you the whole rundown. I'm like, okay. And even one of them said, one of the interviews, chances are you won't get it the first time. I'm like, I know that's what they say in the hood and in the comments on the internet. And she started laughing. Yeah, she said, I just want you to, you know, put yourself at ease, or don't, brace yourself, or whatever terminology she used. It's not going to happen the first time, not likely. In some rare cases it does, but highly unlikely. I said, I know that's what the whole hood is saying. And sure enough, the first time it didn't happen, So we went in for the second time. I'm like, oh, okay, you go, and things of that nature. And been send the affiliate meet you with the hearing and things of that nature. So I know the whole hood and everybody, say, oh, it happened the second time, something gonna be okay. But still, studying law and reading a lot, I know to still bring on my paperwork, and I'm thinking, yeah, I got the medical proof, and here you go, yeah. Rheumatology, yeah, here you go. What is he doing in the bathroom? When he get quiet and you hear things, what is he doing? Oh gosh, I know you're like, girl, he quiet. Get through the video. It will do. Okay, so I'm in the hearing, and it didn't help that the administrative court judge. What is it called? They got a terminology for it. You don't say judge anymore. Is it ALG or ALJ? Administrative law judges. This ALJ, I think they call it now, something like that. Handsome. Did he have to be handsome? Don't you want to be denied by someone unattractive? And I'm not even superficial. Trust me, I'm not superficial. But because all you remember is a handsome face denying you. I know you're saying Kanye West told us the prettiest people. What that say? He sang that song. The most attractive people do the most ugliest. It's something he said. I don't forgot the song, but that lyric stick out, and it came up just now. Okay, now. So he's asking me the questions of medical and things of that nature, and I'm still thinking it'll be within the confines or the context of medical. This is, disability case. And out of nowhere, I kid you not, I kid you not, out of nowhere he says, "What's your religion?" And I'm sitting there like, first I'm looking at my apparel, like, what am I wearing? Is something I'm wearing? What would make him ask that? I don't know. I have no idea. Downstairs from this particular court building is a Buddha center. I'm like, was he driving by and seeing me looking in the boot, because you're walking, you're curious, like, what is this? It was, it's a pretty edifice, and you see the symbology, and I'm like, this is a pretty symbol. What is it? I'm like, could he have been driving by and saw me staring at the window and wondering, well, does she go in there? I don't know. This is all conjecture and speculation. But when I tell you that inquiry threw me off, I was totally completely thrown off. I could not believe. And not only that, in school, this is professors who are lawyers themselves. They're telling you religion and state don't mix. Shouldn't mix. Not shouldn't, but don't mix. You're not supposed to mix the two. I went to bartending school in the 90s. They're telling me, don't talk about politics and religion. Don't do that. You just mix your drinks, pour your drinks. If they choose to talk about politics and religion, try to politely, walk off to another customer. You can entertain their personal stuff if they want to talk about their lovers, their friends, but don't give too much feedback there. And now in bartending school, they ain't mentioned astrology. Y'all know I was serving drinks, talking astrology, and got fired. Hey, bitch, I bet they didn't say nothing about astrology in school. And the boss was like, well, I'm saying, do not talk about astrology behind the bar, please. Yeah, bitch. And I had jobs in Hamptons and all kinds of shit. Funny as hell. But I was a cool bartender. Got good tips, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a leisurely mama. I'm a leisurely big mama. So I used to go get a stool and sit behind the bar and get real leisurely with the astrology talk. Funny as hell to certain people, not to the owner, okay? Or the host who was throwing the party. Me and Astro talk. But I won't bring it up now. They bring it. If you bring it up, I'm like, oh, shit. You into it? Oh, girl, let me tell you. And no. Employees ain't trying to hear that Astro talk bullshit on their damn time, okay? But it ain't bullshit. Forgive me, Astro people. Who you know what I mean? Just the flow of dialogue. Anyway, how did I get to astrology? Hold on. Wait. How did I get to bartending? What the point I'm trying to make is, back to the point. We've been told, do not talk about state and politics. My whole life, I'm told that it's not supposed to blend. So when you sit in the hearing and he asks you flat out, he didn't even try to, dance around it or, lead up to it or, no, flat out. What's your religion? And I'm sitting there in utter shock. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. And I looked at him, and I'm looking at the Bender attorney, like, are you going to say I object? He wasn't saying I object word for damn. And I think it was just the three of us, and somebody was a stenographer in there. It wasn't no audience, nothing like that, but it was recorded. Unless they edited it out. I'm like, is he saying this on record? I'm looking at the Bender lawyers. He says he asking me this on record. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I was totally flabbergasted. So I reminded, I'm like, well, I went on the SSD website. It said religion and state it's not supposed to mix, and it's not supposed to mix. He said, oh, I know, I'm asking. He's like saying I'm asking for myself, not for the state. I'm asking for me. He was saying those words, but that's how the cadence and the intone felt. Like, no, I want to know. I'm not asking for them. I'm asking for me. And I'm looking at him like, it's not supposed to mix. I don't know. I was completely and utterly taken aback. If you wanted, I know I didn't answer it. Not being stubborn, because I'm thinking it's not supposed to mix. It shouldn't even be on the record answering that, because I don't think it's supposed to mix. Anywho, so we move on with the hearing, and then it's over. And then the Bender attorney asked me to wait for him in the lawyer-client room they had out front. Like, just don't leave the building, because he wanted to talk to me, I guess, to tie up some loose ends. Or I'm thinking, or to tell me he was flabbergasted by that question too. So I'm waiting in the little room, and he comes out, and I'm looking at him like, did you hear that question? Aren't you shocked? And are you taken aback? And he says to me, are you sitting ears? I'm calling y'all ears. Well, I was calling y'all for Melanites. Yeah, ears, my ears. Anyway, ears, I'm telling you. You have your seatbelt on? Are you bracing yourself? Listen to me. The lawyer comes in there. He says to me, "Why didn't you answer him?" And I'm taken aback. I'm like, what the fuck? Am I in the Twilight Zone? What the fuck going on? So I'm thinking maybe he's talking about another question. I'm like, answer which question? What do you mean? I answered all questions. He said, no, you didn't answer the question about religion. I'm looking at the lawyer like, is he down with Bender and Bender, or is he down with the court system here? Y'all, yes, I was studying with the Moors. Yes, I know what the Moors told me. Yes, I saw Taj Tariq Bey videos, but I still, yes, I look at the videos on YouTube. Back then, they were more plentiful than now. They probably got rid of a whole flock of them. But I was yet still shocked, live, real time, in person. I'm looking at the lawyer like, aren't you aware religion and state is not supposed to mix? He said, yes, I'm aware of that, but you should have answered him. I'm like, huh? I don't get it. Now, astrology, if you look at the Taj Tariq Bey videos, he tell you how they all master astrologers. So astrology is coming to play too. The Aries, you know, Aries and Mars ruling males, males in general. No matter, that Aries and Mars is a male. You ever heard males are from Mars and women are from the Mars, and males are from Mars, some real shit. The Aries. And now I'm thinking astrology, like he's a man. You know, Aries want their way. If you're not into astrology, just start. You don't have to be in. Just study Aries. You'll be like, oh shit. And not just the person's birthday, the individual's birthday. Males, study Aries people, the individual. Then study males, study children, study animals. Study the Aries frequency. Aries is the god of war. So I'm not saying this to the lawyer, but I'm standing there and I'm thinking about Aries. I'm like, oh my gosh. Because Don't Ask, and Madonna is a Leo, which is another fire sign. Aries is fire. Don't ask. But while the lawyer is standing there saying, you should have just answered him. I'm thinking Madonna lyrics come to mind. Don't ask. Didn't I tell you this is a unique, eccentric channel? Okay, just be entertained or click off shit now. So now I'm standing with the lawyer, and Madonna's lyrics come to my mind when she goes, give it up, do as I say, give it up and let me have my way, Papa Bear, God damn it, Papa. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, pardon that, y'all. Anyway, when Madonna lyrics, is it Human Nature? What song Madonna says it there? My favorite song from Madonna is Human Nature, and her live with the holiday shit on the DVD, Blonde Ambition. Why am I giving her free evidence? As rich as she is. I got off the Madonna. I'm going to tell you when I became unfanned of Madonna. Clearly with the whole Whitney Houston quote. But no, I became defanned a while ago. I don't know. It felt like it was something specific. I don't know. I know looking at a Jody Watley video. A Jody Watley Papa, Jesus Christ, Lord. Thank goodness I got many followers. A Jody Watley video. He locked himself in the bathroom. Leo, you closed the door? He closed the door. He locked himself in the bathroom? Well, his open, but to him is... Why did he close the door? Yeah, bitch. He gonna start meowing in a minute. I'm looking at Jody Watley video for the song You Are My Everything. Oh, Jody, I love... Tweet this to Jody. Tell her fast forward 50 minutes. Jody, I love you. I love you for that one song. I love you for your wide, pretty smile. And I love you for the hell you caught in Shalimar thing. Not that you should have caught hell, girl, no. But when you spoke about what you went through with them Shalimar guys, I started really studying Aquarius. Y'all, air signs catch hell. I figured this shit out. Through that whole Jody Watley study. That's get off topic. Under the comments in You Are My Everything video. I love that song too. Oh, I should add that to the wedding music. I don't know, but I don't know. Mommy is not really a Jody Watley. Is she? My mother's old school. But Mommy knows Shalimar. Y'all, my mom getting married. The DJ want the playlist. But everything is a beautiful song for wedding music. But in general. But anyway, in the comments, somebody said Madonna bit her whole style. I scrolled back up and looked at that video again. I said, oh shit. Y'all look at, if you old school, look at the You Are My Everything video. Peep Jody Watley strut across that stage, the dress, the apparel. I said, and I think that was it. That was the moment I was like, oh, I can't fool with no Madonna. Y'all probably think when she kissed Drake. No, look. My brother taught me this years ago, my older brother. He's the oldest. This is the 80s again. We 8 or 9 years apart. You would think 9 with the way he bullied me, all that Mars energy, the older brother, sibling shit, you know what I'm saying? It's in the memoir. We was looking at a basketball game. And this is when I started going to the games at the Garden across the way. I used to work at Plymouth Shops, and the Garden was across the street. And it was the Caucasoid rich guy. He would give me a ticket. Rich people sort of, if they're going to tip you at all, it'll be with something, not cash. Some kind of re-gifting or something they'll give you. And not 2, just 1. I'm not even a sportsnista. I'm gonna go to the game by myself. There used to be some cutie pie ticket scalpers. Oh, girls that'd be in the memoir back in the 80s, New York, Brooklyn. Them go to just you think Rakim fine? Yeah, I think. Picture a whole bunch of Rakims as scalpers, even the big ones. And then I started working in Penn Station, y'all, at the orange juice stand. Y'all read the memoir. But anywho, so I'm like, I don't want to go by myself. And as a teenager, they would give me $50 for the one ticket. I thought I hit the jackpot. Till I realized what they were getting for that same ticket, okay? I'm Brooklyn hustlers, okay? Well, shorty, I'll give you a Papa Bear. Papa Bear, you're very disrespectful. Very disrespectful and very immature.
What's wrong with you?
What is that noise? Is that Papa Bear? Is that you? Papa, do you hear that noise? So that's Leo doing that? Oh, Papa, I thought it was you. I'm sorry. Healed, I said. Papa, I thought that was you. That's Leo. Y'all pardon the background noise, y'all. It's Leo. You know, he's the animal. He's the kid. He's doing what kittens do. Anyway, so I would, and then they get territorial. No, shorty, when you get the ticket, just look for me, sell it to me. Don't sell it to these other niggas. They ain't gonna give you $50. Well, I feel like Hustle Man from Martin Show, but that's how the shit felt. They ain't gonna give you $50, okay? They gonna try to give you like 30, 20. Find me, I'll give you 50, shorty. Alright, ma. Alright, don't go to the mother niggas, alright? I'm like, alright. But then if I don't see him, I'm like, what am I gonna do with the ticket? You gotta go home, and my mother's expecting me home, you know. One night I just called, they had payphones back then. If you young, they had payphones, y'all, okay? Was it a quarter, 10 cents? I don't know, but I would, you know, get my alcohol swabs. Always moved with the alcohol, so I got it from my mother. You know, you keep these in your knapsack for school. You know, wipe off things before you eat it and touch it, and the term germaphobe wasn't even out in the 80s. But the alcohol swab and paper towel. If I didn't have that, she put the whole bottle of alcohol in that paper towel. You know, wipe off stuff. You don't use no payphone. Just wipe off stuff before you use it. And bring them germs back home. I'm like, all right, Mom. So, you know, you clean up the phone and you call home. Mom, I'm going to stay in the city. She was like, why? You got school tomorrow. No, I'll be home. I'll make it school. I'll be on time. I have a basketball ticket. Why do you have a basketball ticket? To a real game? Yes. Madison Square Garden. A big old rich white corporate guy. That's how he, because I would put his clothes together for his women, and I think his mistress too, as Plymouth. You know, he played, oh, you think she'll like it? And I would do it by astrology. This is high school now. When's her birthday? He'd tell me, like, okay, no, she gonna like this. I'm telling you, I was reading books, library. I'm just always. Y'all remember, if you're in New York, go to 11 West 42nd Street. You see that? When I used to walk around the city and saw that, and then the Grand Central Station, the ceiling, and over there by Rockefeller Center, you know how much money it takes to architecture and build the shit? Ain't nobody doing all that. Aquarius. If astrology, Aquarius rules the zodiac. If astrology is fake, I'm like, they're gonna put all this money into this building. Do shit. 11 West 42nd Street. Y'all gonna go look at it, okay? I'm sure you've seen Grand Central and you went to Rockefeller. I digress. I ain't got to defend the stars. The stars is like, we don't defend ourselves. We up here, y'all down there. Y'all can kiss our celestial ass. They gonna do them whether you believe in them or not. Astrology's gangster. We don't give a fuck if y'all believe in us. We still doing us. What's good? How y'all doing? Holy, I have gazed to water and parch. Pardon me, y'all. But was this still about SSD and I know y'all be patient with this. Oh, hell, click off. I'm almost near an hour. I done lost the train of thought. Well, I was back with the lawyer agreeing. I'm wondering why I didn't answer him. But how did I get off into high school again with the... I went to a game. And that's when Isaiah Thomas snapped. You know, did I go to my brother? No, my brother was... Madonna, Jody Wiley. My brother was... But I was watching the game. I know going to the game made me look at games at home with my brother and the family. But oh yeah, if I ride with you, I ride with you. I got that from my brother. Because I would look at basketball games and just root for who's winning. He said, no, don't do that. Wasn't you just rooting for the other team? I said, but they losing. He said, no. He got so mad too. No, that's lame shit. You ride with somebody, you ride with them. I don't give a fuck if they losing. You with them, you with them. He was mad. So if I'm a teenager, maybe he was in his 20s, early 20s. Only way you cut a person off is they violate. They do some foul shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unforgivable shit. But until that happens, you ride with them, you with them. But then now you get older, take psychology classes, you're really loyal to what stimulates you. I'm not saying that it's right, but and Lauryn Hill said this in that video when she's talking to the youth. You no longer stimulate me. And she like did the motion of hanging up the phone. But that was romantic context, how people break up. But I'm like, it's not just romance. Once they stop stimulating your marbles. I'm cerebral, I'm mental, as far as intellectualism goes. Once you stop stimulating me intellectually or entertaining me humorously, it's not that I cut you off like meanly. It doesn't make it right, but I think this is human nature. Humans like to be stimulated in one way or the other. So I have to tell my brother, because he's like, you just should cut person off if they violate, which makes sense. It should be some sort of egregious misdeed where you just sever ties or you become defanged. And this, I know you're like, girl, is this an SSD daggone video? What the fuck going on? I have to make this a potpourri. SSD plus potpourri. Yeah, bitch. And anyhow, where was I? Okay, let me round it back to the lawyer and interface in the lawyer-client room over there in New York. And he was totally agog and taken aback that I didn't answer the question. Now, fast forward, speaking to another spiritual sister on the phone. This is much later. She said, find that Erykah Badu video where they, what looks to be paparazzi see her at the airport, and they want her hat. They want the hat off her. What? Maybe it's where my mother raised me. Unless it's your man. Why are you interested in somebody's hat off their head? Unless there's a man coming in your house, you're like, partner, take that hat off, coming in my house, what's wrong with you? But I'm not interested in nobody's hat to want to see it. And maybe it's part of being an adult, maturity. I don't remember being young, wanting to see your hat off your head. Erykah Badu, but listen, and she's into astrology too. I done read the bio on her. And I'm glad she mentioned it. That Erykah Badu in the Breakfast Club, that, EB, tweet this stuff, fast forward an hour, and I'm using that in my class tonight, my astrology class I'm teaching. That thing you do with Virgo Pisces on the Breakfast Club. In the moment, I'm thinking Virgo Pisces. I thought that's a good analogy. But I'm thinking that's opposite signs in general. Yeah, ooh, EB, girl. Thank you, girl. That's going to be incorporated in class tonight. But, where was I saying? I'm at an hour, y'all. Be patient. Did I make coffee? Hell, I should have made coffee. I didn't bring the water? I'm parched. Another water. I finished that one. I could have sworn I brought a new one. I'm going to walk away from this because y'all used to look here. Anyway, so in the moment when the lawyer himself is shocked that I didn't answer the religion question, he put his face down like a sulk, like we lost this. Like the second denial, you're not going to, the second is going to be a denial again, you're not going to get it. And I had a reading. Did that reading come before? I had a reading to Oshun. Shout out to Oshun. The reading either came before, I think it came after that one. Jesus, I don't know. I can't remember, but she remember her saying they're gonna deny it again. I'm like, why? I have all this medical proof. She was like, you know the system, girl. You know what it is. That's why I'm thinking I wonder if it's did I have the reading after? The long and the short of it, the lawyer sulked, and I looked at his face like, I don't understand, but I'm still repeating, but religion and state's not supposed to mix. And he's looking like, I know, but you should have just answered him. And I'm like, and then I thought of Aries. I did. And then that's how we got to Madonna and around the whole damn mulberry bush. Y'all pardon my marbles, please. That should be my book title. Pardon my marbles. Isn't that cute? I get so many book titles. My mind is so fertile with imagination. In my natal chart, okay? It's a gift. But I like Pardon My Marbles. That should be it. Because it's going to be quirky, yeah. Never mind. I'm up to the book titles. Listen to me. He sulked and he just, as if he knew. And it looked like they knew each other. Remember the Odd Couple episode in court with Felix and them? And the judge was asking Maury, how was his vacation? It looked like this AALJ, I think. And the Bender and turned. Look, they had a rapport already. Well, have it been? How's it going? I'm like, do they know each other like this out there? Y'all, when I tell you, my former astrology teacher, shout out to you, Mama I, when I was going to school for law, she was like, you know, it's theater. I'm like a Matlock. She said, pretty much. Yeah. It's all theater. You think it's about right and wrong. No, no, no. It's theater. I'm like, theater? Huh? And then the fight, I paid $200 an hour for on the Youssef consultation. I know you like $200 an hour. Yeah, y'all. I was trying to figure out, because that pro se, I didn't even get to the pro se part. $200, I surely did. Well, I didn't. Papa did. He about to give me the Ice Cube eyebrows in a minute. You did. That was a loan from me, okay? Oh, thank you, Papa Bear. An hour to sit with Youssef. Y'all know Youssef L. Y'all look at his videos on here. And then to hear him say, I don't even know why. I don't want to benefit. You want to benefit from them? I don't believe in no benefits from them. I'm like, but how's the benefit if I've been working since a teenager and paid via deductions into the societal pot? And then that's when he said the same thing my former astrology teacher said. He said, oh, you're being logical. You think it's logical? You think they deal with sane, sound logic? I'm paraphrasing. We on the phone now. And I don't even want to have this type of dialogue with him for $200 an hour. I want to get to the meat of him helping me figure this thing out. He said, I can hear him say that on one of his daggone blog talks. He says, no, it's not about right and wrong. You think it's about right and wrong? He said, if the court system was about right and wrong, honesty, there would be peace on earth. I'm paraphrasing. He said, it's about who presents the better case. It's not about right or wrong. It's about who presents the better case. And I said, well, who gets to judge which case is better? He was like, the judge. I was laughing. I know that was a silly question. And I'm like, who presents the better case? So it's like incumbent on the judge's opinion on who. He said, exactly. You thinking it's about right or wrong, and you keep mentioning medical proof. Because my whole thing is, if you have the medical proof, what is the problem? He said, no, it's how you present what you have, not what you have. Oh, I had a headache on that conversation. And then he's reading from stuff. I'm like, does he know this is $200 that we don't have? We had to scrounge to find. I'm like, with all due respect, whatever you're reading, can you email me those links or something? I'd rather, hear what you have off the cuff. Because whatever you're reading, I'm sure I could read that too. He was like, oh, yeah. Because I was like, I don't want to. And I even said, I don't want to eat up to $200 with this. He was like, oh, don't worry, you're not eating up to $200. Just flip it as if maybe he get millionaire customers who can afford that $200. I don't know. But the point of the matter is, he did email me the links. I thanked him for that. But back to the SSI. I forget which one I applied for. Jeez. I even know it was a difference. I went to another class with the lupus support group. In any event, or maybe I did. I used to read the website back then. Long story short, they did deny the second one. They did. Yeah. They surely did. But Bender's still riding. They still riding with a gal and going for a third appeal, and they send you the paperwork to sign, notarize, still going through the process and the motions. And I'm like, okay, the third one. I think I did have the spiritual reading for the third, but in between the second and third one, it's coming back to me now. At the Zodiac Lounge. Y'all rock with that astrology? Y'all in New York? But in the event, I did have the, I think Lady saying, I'm the free advertisement. I had the reading then, because she was saying the third one too. I'm like, the third one too? Yeah, it's coming back into form now. But, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I'm not going to give the whole reading away, but I was like, why? I have all this medical proof. And she was like, but there's people who work with lupus. I'm still giving the reading away. She said, they believe you can work with this lupus. I'm like, the pain I'm in, my joints? She was like, that's what the cards are saying. I'm like, huh? Then I asked her, why did he ask about my religion? This is a spiritual reading, y'all. And she's good. She's good. She was able to see his ethnicity, his nationality, even that he was attractive. I'm like, the cards are showing all of it. Honey, I read them. Some people really, really read them skill set with them cards. So she gave me the answer on why he asked that question. And she added, it has nothing to do with the judicial system and lupus and all that. But kind of to his credit, in the moment he was saying, yeah, I know it's not supposed to mix. He's telling me, I'm asking for me. He's sort of admitting this shit sitting there in court. I'm like, is he allowed to do this? Anyway, but another spiritual sister was telling me, look at the Erykah Badu video, back to the point when she was at the airport. and how they asked to see her hat, and she said absolutely not. And she told him his hands, his nails were dirty, and you know, your nails have to be clean to touch me and my stuff. And she didn't say it that way, but you got the gist. So adults, you would think that would be that, right? No. Look at that video. I think it's like a 4-minute plus video. They follow her in the airport. See, study that Aries, that animals are predatory. I'm not disrespecting Aries. Listen to me. Y'all want to understand any type of bullying and persistent nature like that, and even Sag is a hunter, and that's fire. It's the fire signs of Leo, cat, and I have a cat. Okay, that predatory. Study the fire signs if you're trying to figure out these things that don't seemingly, because Mars may not always want to do things that's prudent. Mars wants to win. They don't care about being logical and being prudent. And bullying is ruled by Aries. This is per my studies. You have your astro studies. I have mine. But anyhow, so yeah, another spiritual sister said, look at their Erykah Badu video, and then you'll see why you was denied, why he denied you. Just so, yeah, this is her opinion now. She was like, at the end, look at what Erykah does, because you know she studies astrology. But I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, back to the astrology and the chords. I don't want to make this a whole astro video trying to figure out the things that seem so illogical. But it's a game. That's a Wall Street movie, right? I saw the first one and the second one. The first one I saw on a date when I worked for Transit. There's a motorman named Randy. Randy is a musician too. Randy's the first one to put in my mind to think of something else as a career other than the conventional, you know, quote unquote good job. Because I'm looking at us, you would quit being a motorman to do music? You know, I was a teenager back then. And he was a motorman. He was young himself. I'm like, because in New York, a motorman I don't know if they still make they made good money. This is the 80s now. But the first Wall Street movie, he took me to the movie to see Wall Street. And it's that I don't know if Randy was trying to be deep, but just the conversation with him and music. And then one night he told me how he found $600, and just because his friend was with him, he gave his friend $300. I thought that, I was like, did y'all find it together? Like you spotted it together? He said, no, I found it. I'm like, but why did you give him $300? He didn't find it. Now I'll treat you to lunch. Like, you hungry? Because we're gonna eat good tonight. Look at what I found. Ain't this a bitch? Now, I'll buy you maybe a bag of, back then they had tokens. I should have kept those tokens. I think I did have tokens, but family robbed my house. Then they must have kept the tokens. I don't know. But, oh God, whoever got New York subway tokens, and young M.A., that piece she got of the token, that shit is dope. I envy people who have enough presence of mind to hold on to memorabilia like that. But in the event, yeah, I find money. I'll take you to eat and give you a bag of tokens, you know, and whatnot. But good Lord, $300? Oh my heavens! And my friend, my bestie Ridge, he found money in Justin's. Puffy, you ain't going after him, okay? Stop it. In Justin's restaurant back in the days, he found good money, cash, and he didn't give his friend half, but he gave him like hundreds of dollars. I'm like, but who found it? You or him? He said, I found it, but he was with me. So I think that's something with Mars and Aries, because Mars is males, remember? That's something with Mars and Aries too. Fire. I don't know. I'm gonna study that. There's a lot of guys I know who find something. Whoever's with them, they share it with their friends. I guess all guys wouldn't do that because Aries could be a selfish sign too. But I found that very, very inspiring. Half, and they didn't find it. You found it. Knowing astrology, not that these dudes were into astrology, I think they may have saw the person maybe as a good luck totem. Maybe would I have found this if I wasn't with this person, like a charm? I don't know. This is a whole nother video, y'all. Yeah, it's gonna be SSD plus Potpourri. Y'all gonna be patient with this shit. Oh, click off. I ain't want to hold you against your will. I don't have no kidnapper teas up in my cells. That ain't none of my frequency. But I have to do this outlet because I had to get it out. Okay. But and it's getting out. Yeah. So back to the SSD thing. So Bender is still riding. I'm still thinking about the spiritual reading I had and things of that nature. And that was a very good reading too, because she was like, Mama, I think you should just go and take the healthy way out. Just deal with herbs and natural stuff, and because these people here think you can work. I'm like, but I could barely stand. She said, I know I'm looking at you, but that don't, in their mind, in their opinion, they think you sharp as a tack and you can go on and work. That's what they think. And my sisters went through hell with her too. My sister don't have lupus yet, some now. Oh no, she hears like, what the hell are you telling these motherfuckers my business for? But I'm like, why are we both going through hell with this? But they told her similar. You know, we know you have the medical proof. We know you have it. But there's people who work with it. You can work. And we're like, no, we're physically not. How the fuck are we gonna get there? They was like, you can work from home. This is what they telling her. Like, oh God, these sons of bitches. Not that I'm calling your names, but you know what I mean. That's the thought process in the moment. Of that moment, back then, you see, because y'all Mars and Aries very fragile. Infant is fragile. We used to call Aries was called infant of the zodiac back in my day. They think they're trying to change that. Why? Egos ruled by Aries. Emotions, sensitivities. But in the event, because it's the youngest sign, that's why they called it that. But yeah, so that's been the journey. So. But okay, back to Bend and Bend. They still riding. They still riding. And they tried third time, and just like the card said, I damn near told the Bend and Bend lawyer over the phone. The card reading said it, but I don't think that would have been appropriate over the phone. So I'm thinking that was it. And sure enough, and Bender wrote me a letter. They was like they've done all that they could. They've come to the end of the road with this case. And however, we recommend that you can. Here, I'm getting to the point. I know you're like, thank God. And I told you being patient, don't fool with this channel, okay? So, in that letter, Bender said, we've come to the end of the road with this case. We do wish you all the best, and yada, yada, yada. This was in the summer of 2016. Yeah, the summer of 2016, because there was a time frame. You have 30 days to get it overturned. That's the terminology Bender had in the letter. So it was the summer. You have 30 days to get it overturned. I said, cool. And then they said what to do. I said, cool. And that's what I did. I went to the summer of 2016. I figured out where was the court that they recommend you go to get this overturned. And I didn't even want to do that first because I'm still thinking about that spiritual card reading. But she said that was the third try. Everything in this planet, in this dimension, is mathematics. And if you don't believe in that, then don't you have a height and a weight? Look around you. Everything around you can be weighed and measured. That's the commonality with everything that's around us. Cars, houses, ages. How old is the house? How old is the car? It has an age. Everything can be weighed and measured. Everything. Even you. Your height, your weight, how many teeth, how many bones. Everything is math. Everything is math. Math, math, math. On this dimension, air can even be weighed and measured if you contain it. But air don't want to be contained for long. That's where you get gas, you get burps, farts, you know. Just to give you context. So in the event, so I'm thinking of the reading, and then in spiritual circles and communities, they into numerology. So she said the third one too. Yeah, it's coming back. The reading is coming back. So I'm thinking, well, she said the third was a no. The hood done told you the first. The hood, the comment section, support everybody and everywhere says the first one is usually a no, but the second one be fine. That's what the hood be saying. I'm like, no, not for me. The second one, well, they was like, you didn't get the second one done? No. They were, oh, the third one, girl, the third one. I be wanting to tell no. Spiritual reader said no for that one too. But I don't say that shit, but I be thinking it, you know. So I'm like, okay, she said the third would be a no. Maybe the fourth, the overturn it, should be it. Maybe it'd be yes. So I'm chanting, I'm meditating, I'm fasting, I'm talking to spirit realm, and then you speak to Yusef. He was like, don't take no benefit from them. Figure this shit out on your own. I'm paraphrasing, but he was like, And a lot of spiritual people, they don't take nothing from them. But I don't, in my mind, how are you taking something from them if you've been working for so many years and they took something from your check with each paycheck? You're recouping what you already put into the pot. And I didn't study for my Series 7. I didn't take the test. Shout out to Jimmy Greco. Hi, Jimmy. And the older lady there at the school. Oh, gosh. And it started gelling. It started coming together. And then I love the school. They give me a discount when I come back to and I don't even want to be a stockbroker anymore. But yeah, I read about that in the memoir. But for some reason, I still want to sit and take the test. But then you have to park. That was it. You got to park it. Like, the test was $1,500 back then. But if a corporation, if you were the company, they'll pay for it. And you got to park your license at their company. I'm like, hell no. If I take the test and pass it, I want my license to be with me. And here I go at the school. They don't have portable licenses. That shit was funny as hell to them. They was like, portable. They thought that was a key. I'm like, I don't want to park my license with some company. Why can't I? As hard as I am studying for this shit, it's mine. Never mind, me in the Series 7. But in any event, how did that even come to the play? Look at the Wall Street movie. Oh yeah, the second Wall Street movie. Michael Douglas, is that his name? Yeah. He said that it's a game. He said that shit in that movie. Oh, it stung me. He says, you know, it's the money. How much can you buy after? While I'm paraphrasing, he says, really a game, like playing with people's lives. I'm paraphrasing. Y'all want to look at it. He said that shit. There's another movie called 28 Rooms or something. And hotel. And he said 28. Movies with numbers, numerology is. Shout out to Aeon. Hey sister, how you doing? But she was like, watch movies that's numbers, like 4. If you see a number, go watch that movie and study that shit, please. But 28 Rooms, in the movie, he was like, you're an accountant. He said, so you don't create. And she was like, what do you mean? He said, well, it's not like moving numbers around on paper. You're not creative. You don't create anything. I was like, oh shit. I don't remember nothing else from that movie, but the fuck that. In the movie 7 Minutes, when he came downstairs and he explained bullying and fear, I give you $1 million. You can tell me another scene in that movie. I'll lose the $1 million because I remember shit else. But is the movie 7 Minutes or 7 something? He come down the stairs. He's explaining bullying and fear. I said, oh shit, oh shit. In that moment, he was explaining Aries, the downside. He didn't say Aries, but never mind. The long and short of it is this. I done forgot. Hold on. I had a little coffee nut, y'all. I had a little bit of apple. And I'm parched as hell. Hold on, let me get water. I'm sure y'all can wait for me to go get some water. Hold on. Oh. Papa, I'm long-winded, I know. But you can't have this dialogue and conversation on the phone and get it all out. Because the telephone conversation, give people talk back, get feedback. And then I can't get it all out. I have to get it out. Hold on. And not only that, when I make the transition, other lupus patients may need this video. Oh. If they're catching hell with SSI and SSD. Pardon me, I had to drink water. Oh, that's much better. I should have some chapstick out here, too. Well, here's some chapstick. Anyway. Yeah, y'all. So, I went to, try to get an attorney for the overturnage. And a lot of them down here in Georgia were the ones I found in that moment in 2016 in the summertime. I knew I had to get that, get the paperwork in within 30 days, I think. It was a deadline. I think, was it August something? I had to get it in. Well, that's it. That's it. Finito. That's it. I think you could reapply as often, but I'm like, to reapply, and then I have no health insurance. You have to reapply with medical proof, and oh, honey. I'm like, no, let me try to see if I could still finish with this case here. And they telling me there's hope. You know, the Bender didn't use the term hope, but that's what the letter gave me. That the only thing left is the overturnage of these denials. Paraphrasing. So I did get the paperwork in. Tried to find a lawyer, but they didn't work. The Social Security disability lawyers didn't work at Fed level because the overturnage had to be the Feds to do that. So someone was like, you can always do it pro se. You have 95 credits in legal studies. But I'm like, well, I would know a student. They was like, no, but I'm sure you retained enough to try to do your pro se. And there's always the internet, and, you know, just study and da-da-da. You get so much advice from so many people during times like these. And I'm very thankful for the salient advice, you know what I'm saying? Gratitude. So I looked up the pro se and how to do it because I couldn't find, a lawyer that worked at the Fed level in disability for the overturnage. So I got the forms for the pro se and said, okay, I'll give this a try. I still have the medical proof. Let's just give this a try. So, pro se ain't no joke, y'all. Oh, gosh. So that's a process. So that goes on and on and on. And on and on and on. That was summer of 06. And then they changed people or somehow or another. I'm thinking the overturning just something else, and it's like, no, it's you actually suing the SSD people. I'm like, oh God, I don't want to do that. And they said, no, don't make it. It's not as bad as you think. It's common. You look up the different cases. It's common. I'm like, I'm not interested in suing no daggone government. I just want to overturn it. They was like, no, but this is how it's done. So then they changed the names, and then they entered it on a certain date, which was spooky to me. And people was like, I told you they deal with astrology. You think it's a game? You better go on to get your spiritual fasting up. You must, because that certain date, I'm like, okay, this is spooky. And then you have a deadline to get it in, but they can drag it out as long as they like. And I thought about what Jesse Ventura said in one of his videos. I look at a lot of his interviews. And I'm like, oh God. So it's dragging and it's dragging. And it's dragging. And then I finally get a letter that they said I'm not disabled. That's what the letter said. It did say, yes, she does have the lupus. The letter did agree, yes, you have that. But you're not disabled. And I thought about what the sister said in the reading. How they feel like there's people with lupus that work. So what's the problem? And I said, heavens, that's what she said in the reading. No shit. So I'm thinking that this is it. Finito. I have the letter saying that I'm not disabled. The letter looked very final to me. So I'm like, oh, I guess this is it. I did all that I can do. But I still go to lupus support groups and things of that nature. So in the recent lupus summit at the hotel over here, there's different little classrooms you can go into. And I went to a classroom with a lawyer. And I was explaining to her my case. I said, I guess that's pretty much finito, because I still like to educate myself as long as I'm, stricken with this cruel mystery. I want to still educate myself, so I still go, although I gave up all hope on trying to get SSI and SSD, I still go to support groups and different lupus events. So the lawyer there, the SSD lawyer who had a little classroom there, she was like, no, it's not finito. No, there's a Supreme Court. I said, they hear disability claims at the. I didn't even know. Did you know that disability can make it to Supreme Court? I'm like, it can go that far? She said, yeah. She said, now after that, I would think that's the last. Yeah, that's the last straw. So she was like, bring your paperwork to my office or mail it to me, email it. Let me see the letter, the final letter they sent, and things of that nature. So I went through that process and things of that nature, and I won't get into no more of that right now at this time. So I'm still thinking it's finite, and you make a peace with it, and I'll just deal with these health food herbal things and health food herb store, and just deal with that and call that a day. So I'm thinking it's over, y'all. I'm thinking it's over. Then I get a letter that they changed the names again. This name of it's weird. The lawyer got. It's not the first lady, it's another lady, and then that lady has a lawyer. It's just so many different changes. I'm like, this is giving me the heebie-jeebies. You get the heebie-jeebies. Then I'm like, but why are they updating me? Why do I need to update that the names have changed? I thought my case was closed. It was finished. So I emailed the clerk there at the court, and then she doesn't email back. She sends a letter giving me the timeline of everything. And I'm like, well, where's the letter of the final letter that they sent that is finite? They didn't put that in the timeline. So that now this letter is golden, because it's the letter telling me that this is over, that they claim I'm not just. Non-medical people overrode a medical decision. Isn't that odd? Legal people said I'm not disabled. Medical people say I am. Well, they said I have this lupus thing. I guess disabled and lupus as two different things to some people, different people. I don't know. Anyway, y'all, the purpose of this video, as an outlet, I had to get some shit off my chest. That's the purpose, the main purpose. But if you can get this, tweet this to disabled lawyers all over the world and see if they can use this as some sort of, I don't know, case study over lunch. They have, I don't know, tea, cookies. Y'all listen to this and then email wisdomwanda@gmail.com. Or Wanda Wisdom, I forget which one it is. I think it's Wisdom Wanda with an H at the end, at Gmail. And let me know what's what. And then I can scan you this. And then not only that, lawyers, are you listening? Because I wrote a letter. I thought I could just come in with a lawyer. I found one to help me out. Shit. I wrote a letter. Said, no. I'm mean the girl, the clerk, Amy. Oh, dear God, did I just say her name? Lord, let there be millions of Amy clerks all over the world. Please, Jesus. Get it in the event. I not tweeted her. I called her and emailed her. And she said, well, no, you have to write a letter asking if you can have an attorney now. Or I said, I can't just show up one. She said, no, you're pro se. That's how it started. You have to request that change. So I wrote a letter requesting that, I'm going to need a lawyerly help and things, health conditions and things of that nature, expertise. And don't you know they said no? I said, oh, shit. This not looking good. I guess they were like, you want to be pro se? We want to see your pro se skills. Oh my God. And now I'm going back to what the people telling me is theater. That shit is theater. I'm like, oh, destroy your house. But in the event, so I felt an air of relief when they did finally say you're not disabled, it's over. They didn't say over, but this is the finite letter. I felt a sigh of relief. I felt disappointed too because I'm fiat low to no. You need your fiat, to survive, what you call cash. So you feel disappointed, like, oh gosh, how am I going to survive? This is not good. And then you feel some sort of relief. It's a dual feeling. It's weird, like, oh God, this journey has finally come to an end. But I put in a good fight. I fought the good fight. I did all I was told to do in this context, as far as I know. But in the event, so now this thing is persisting. I'm like, I thought it was over. So when you, lawyers, if you want to see this timeline letter, email me, wisdomwanda@gmail, and I can scan it somehow. I have to go to FedEx and figure it out. But people work that they patient, thank heavens. I have to figure out how to do it and then scan it, email it to you, and you can see what's going on if you're curious to help. Not because you're being nosy, because you sincerely want to help. What's going on? That's the question, lawyer. John and JQ lawyer and disability. Can they force you to persist with something that they telling you that you're not disabled? Does that make logical sense? Can they tell you in one letter you're not disabled and then force you to persist in a proceeding that they're telling you that you're not disabled and this should be over? Does that make sense? Is any sane logic in this? I don't. Any event, I got it off my chest, y'all. I feel a tad better. I'm going to make some coffee. I'm going to do another video on domestic violence in a minute, y'all. Hold tight. Peace. And tweet it out, y'all. Tweet it out. Tweet it out. To lawyers. Come on. Come on, Nessa. Come on, Miss Deborah. Y'all tweet this to lawyers. Tanya, come on. Peace.